So I'm over here filming on the southwest of Mallorca today. I'm in the very picturesque Camp de Mar, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the pros and cons of booking a holiday to this lovely resort. We're going to take a walk down from the top of the resort right the way to the end as well. If you want to find out where the bus stop and the car park is in case you are visiting just for the day, stick around for that, you'll see it right at the end of this video. But we're going to walk through and have a chat about the things I really like and some things I don't like so much about this resort. But for now, let's turn the camera around, let's see what Camp de Mar is like today. So we're starting here at the far end of the beach. You can see it's quite windy, but just check out how busy Camp de Mar is. Now, while peak season may well be out of the way, I can see that just about every single sun umbrella and sunbed has been taken today. We've still got plenty of room on the sand. And I've come down here at lunchtime as well, so the bars and the restaurants are filling up and they're looking busy. So the first thing I'm going to say is that this resort is super picturesque. The beach here is just beautiful. I mean, just check out the turquoise blue seas that lie behind me, and it's very family friendly as well. You've got plenty of sunbeds and beach umbrellas to rent too, and there's a nice little walk as well just on the other side of Camp de Mar here. We'll take a walk down there in just a second. So that's the first bonus to booking your stay here too. Plus we've got plenty of hotels that also offer some really stunning sea views. I'm standing right in front of one. I'll just flip the camera around, you can see where I am. And you can see I'm outside the H10 Blue Mar Hotel. I've got some lovely balconies up here which look out over the coast here, the Camp de Mar coast. Just perched up here on the hill as well, so I can imagine what it's like when the sun comes up and also when the sun sets too. I can imagine it's really spectacular. Let me know if you have stayed in this hotel and what you think of it too. So we have plenty of restaurant options right at the top of Camp de Mar here as we come all the way down into the resort. And these restaurants, of course, offer some amazing sea views too. But to my left here, we've got the Mallorca Mar, which in my opinion has the most expensive menu del dia here. And you can see it's priced up at €34.50, which is just eye-watering for a menu del dia. Let me know if you've eaten there. Maybe it's super nice. I'm not quite sure why it's that priced. But we've also got the very lovely Camp de Mar restaurant as well and beach club to my left too. And way off in the distance you can see the reason why many people actually just come over to Camp de Mar for the day. This is the Illeta restaurant. It's been featured on many TV programmes and films too, and you often find that we get a lot of day trippers coming into Camp de Mar just for the day, just to eat at this restaurant. Anyway, let's head on down the back of the beach. So I would say as well that Camp de Mar, while it is a very small resort, it's not particularly accessible if you are maybe in a wheelchair actually, or you do have mobility issues. You can see this huge steep entrance to the top of the resort here. We do have some nice decking laid down, but it could be a little bit of a mission if you are coming over and you may well prefer a flatter resort. Right down the back of the beach here, it's really nice to see they've also got a little kids playground. We used to come down here quite often actually when my daughter was very small. We used to go to the beach on the weekends and then she'd come up and play in the little playground as well. We've also got plenty more restaurants and beach bars as well that line the back of Camp de Mar beach. And this is Maria 5 Beach, but this particular terrace isn't open for lunch. You can still come down to eat. We've got plenty of outside seating here. And I can see some of these sunbeds as well, the beach umbrellas actually belong to the beach club behind me, to the Maria Beach, which is quite unusual to see actually. But there you have it. And I think this is this exclusive back end of the beach here with the very fancy beach umbrellas. And do you know what, I had to just take a quick peek online to get one of these beach umbrellas here and sunbeds. It's €25 per person. You get a towel and some water as well, and you have to book it on their website. So it's been a lot cheaper obviously to get one of these municipal ones. I've dropped the price of those on the screen too. My goodness, this does look like it's a very popular offering, and I seem to remember as well that this particular restaurant was quite pricey. I'll just have a quick look at the cost of a main too. Approximately around in the region of around 25 to 30 euros for a main course. So that's my first downside actually of staying in Camp de Mar. The restaurants are super expensive here. I have to say, it's a small resort. There are probably not very many restaurants either when compared to some of the bigger resorts. So you're really going to pay the price for these lovely views that we get down here. So at this time of year we are subject, as you do well know if you've been following the channel, to storms. We have this torrent that comes down through into Camp de Mar as well. It drains the water off from the near side hills, and you can see it kind of splits the beach in two as well. So after it has been raining over here, you're going to find some accumulated water at the end of the beach too. If it is very busy down here, well, that's just going to mean a little bit less beach for everyone, which, well, isn't really a problem today because, well, the actual beach itself isn't too busy. We do have a lot of people here renting the sunbeds and the beach umbrellas, but not so many people on the sands. So it's great to see that Camp de Mar is a smoke-free beach. Like I said before, it's not enforced by law, but it does make this beach maybe just a little bit more family-friendly than some of the others on the island. Now, even with the high winds today as well, we can see they've got a green flag flying on the beach. It's quite breezy over here, so you can tell by the flags. But it's still safe to swim in the water because it is very, very sheltered around here. Anyway, let's take a walk down towards that Ilieta restaurant. So while I did mention that Camp de Mar may not be the best resort if you have mobility issues, they do have this disability area here. We've got the water wheelchairs here and walking sticks as well if you do need them. There's a boardwalk here which leads all the way down to the water, so that's really good to see, just like pretty much every single resort over here in Mallorca. And check this out too, another big advantage of coming down to Camp de Mar. We've got this lovely little beach bar here, the Bar Casetas, which is super nice. Price for cocktails here for 2024. I expect these to go up next year actually, or in future years. You can get a mojito down here for €10.50. Is that value for money? I don't know, let me know in comments. Anyway, let's head on over to the restaurant. Okay, so with the tide coming in today, I think you've got to make a run for it to get onto the bridge, which is what we're going to do. Also, another big advantage of visiting Camp de Mar too is for the wonderful water sports they have down here. Now, I do know that they've got a dive school. They've also got one of these electric surf schools as well. I've seen them whizzing around early on in the season too. Looks like they're out today. But check out the water and check out the amount of people in the water too. Now we're going to get the best views of Camp de Mar from right at the end of this bridge. Let's go and have a look. And it's busy, busy, busy at La Ilieta today. One thing about coming to the restaurants over here in Camp de Mar, no matter what time of year you're visiting, make sure you do book online before you turn up. I've made that mistake in the past. You will be disappointed if you come here and try and get a table. It's very, very unlikely you'll be able to find a table unless it is much, much later on in the day. But look, every single table this lunchtime is pretty much taken. But it is one of the most popular paella restaurants in Mallorca. So if you want to try somewhere quite unique, do come on down and give it a try. So just to give a quick location check, we've got the group hotel, Gran Camp de Mar Hotel, right in front of me. To my left hand side we've got the Allure Camp de Mar Hotel as well. Check out the waves today. Looking a little bit choppy out at sea, I have to say. Anyway, let's head on back towards the beach. Okay, so let's leave that Ilieta restaurant. We're going to take a little bit of a walk around this point here, and I'm going to keep telling you about my pros and cons of booking a holiday to this resort. Coming up along behind the beach here, we've got a very nice ice cream shop. It is a cart door. ice cream shop, and we've got some beach shops as well, in case you come over and you do forget to bring anything with you, especially a hat, which is absolutely essential over here during the summer months. You can see also to my left hand side we've got stand-up paddleboard rentals. We've also got pedalos too, as well as water bikes. I think it's a little bit windy to take them out, which is why none are in the water today. It's a little bit on the stormy side. As we come up around the back of the beach here, look, we can see the scuba diving centre too, and the jet ski rental areas. There's plenty of water sports here to be enjoyed over here in Camp de Mar. Also really nice to see as well as this Eurosky supermarket. It's open pretty much all year from 8 o'clock in the morning until 11 o'clock in the evening. So if you don't want to eat at the expensive beach bars, you just want to pick up a snack, it's going to be a lot more affordable to pop in there for a drink and some snacks. So as we come up to the walkway here, look, we've got some amazing views over Camp de Mar today. My goodness, it is choppy. And my goodness me, that boat doesn't seem to be very well moored either. But anyway, let's have a look around. So it looks like they've got some repair work to be doing down here in Camp de Mar, but the views over here are just gorgeous. So whether you're staying at the group hotel on the right hand side or the Allure hotel on your left hand side, you're going to get amazing views of the sea too. Look, you're right down by the water's edge. You can imagine what it's like when the thunderstorm comes in. I can imagine it can be quite spectacular. Goodness me. Anyway, let's keep on heading along the coastline here. The views get even better. Now many people down here, when they come down to Camp de Mar, they don't explore this area, but I do think it does warrant a little walk. We're going to get some other nice views of this side of town. So as we come along the coast here, you've got plenty more sunbeds and beach umbrellas. These belong to the Allure Hotel, but you can actually go and rent them. We're not allowed private beach areas or private coastlines over here in Mallorca, so just pop into the hotel as well. If you do want a slightly, probably quieter and less sandy sunbed and beach umbrella over here. There's no beach though, no proper beach down on this side. You can do some rocky swimming just a little bit further along, but on a day like today, well, it's a little bit too choppy to go into the water on this side of the resort. So it's going to be interesting to see what works are going to be taking place over here to make this side of Camp de Mar better. I can see there, looks like they need to do all the fencing actually on this side. Hopefully this will be done by next summer. Doesn't look so great for this end of this summer though, for summer 2024. Of course, we'll be back here next year as well, so don't forget to consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already, to catch my update video for next year. So while we are technically in the resort of Camp de Mar, we've come over to Platja de ses Dones, which I think it means the women's beach. And normally, early on in the summer actually, I mean, I'm filming this in autumn and we have had a little bit of stormy weather. Normally it's quite calm down here as well and you can swim from the rocks, but not today. So what else can I tell you about Camp de Mar? Well, if you are coming over here on holiday, then there is a bus which leaves from Palma Airport and comes directly down here during the summer season. It's the A11 bus. I think it goes through a few other resorts too. It's also fantastically connected as well if you're just hoping to come down here for a day trip too. If you maybe want to go and eat at one of the restaurants or go to the beach too, you can get a bus down from Santa Ponsa, from Peguera as well. It's fantastically linked, so you may also want to do that. However, Camp de Mar is a purpose-built holiday resort, so you're not going to find an old town in Camp de Mar itself. Your nearest old town is going to be over in Andratx, which is a very short bus journey away too. You can pick up the bus, you can head on over to Andratx on market day, which is on a Wednesday. I'll have a video on my channel as well. It's been published on the channel. If it hasn't been published, it will be very soon in the future, so go and have a look at that. But this is a great area for exploring too, because It's great hiking country too. They've got some lovely walks around here too. You're not very far from the wonderful St Elm, just a little bit further around the coast, and you're just up the road as well from Port to Andratx too, if you want an alternative night out. But anyway, let's head on back into the resort. I'm going to show you where the taxi rank is, I'm going to show you where the bus stop is, and where the car parking is too. Nice to see also that Camp de Mar is police patrol too, just doing their rounds around the beaches like they do everywhere on the island actually. Anyway, look, we're going to leave the main beach area behind, we're going to head on into the resort. Now as we come up into Camp de Mar, we're just coming up past the entrance of the Allure Hotel. Just sit to my left hand side. And we're heading towards the entrance of the group hotel as well. But this little area here, look, you've got plenty of beach shops too. And just looking to my right hand side as well, look, you can see they've got a nice terrace area in the group hotel as well. If you are staying here and you're coming over to get some drinks or some lunch, it overlooks Camp de Mar beach. Looks very lovely. Got some great beach shops here as well, look. Evenings are starting to get a little bit chilly in September and October, so look, if you haven't come over with anything warm, pick yourself up a scarf for €9. You would of course get them a lot cheaper over in Andratx Market though, so I do recommend going to visit there if you are staying here on holiday. Now we're just coming out into the main taxi rank area. Let's go and check the board here, and you can also note down the taxi telephone number too, see if we can get some prices. Okay, so this is being filmed in 2024. You can see we've got a couple of phone numbers here. I don't anticipate those changing, but look, just to give you an idea of how much you can expect to pay in a taxi here, €7.70 or €8 to go to Andratx town, which is actually really not too bad. If there are 4 of you travelling, it's going to be cheaper than getting a bus. You can get down to Port to Andratx on the evening as well for €8. Look, and head up all the way over to Palma Nova too if you wish. And it is €51 to €58 to get to the airport too. Okay, so just coming up past the entrance to the group hotel, and let's kind of head out a little bit from Camp de Mar. So this could be a downside or an upside, depending how you look at it, but this resort is actually quite small. We have kind of more or less walked from one end to the other of Camp de Mar, as well as there being some quite big main hotels. There's very little in terms of other restaurants over here. Look, I can see we've got another little restaurant right in front of me. We've got a little medical centre as well. We do have some other little shops running down to the back of the beach. I'm just going to show you very quickly. So we've got some other beach service shops here. We've got some other ice cream shops as well, which then leads you to the back of Camp de Mar beach. But anyway, let's quickly just head on back to the road. But as I was saying, this resort is very, very small. There are a high number of holiday rentals here too. There is a little bit of a residential population here as well, but out of season, of course, it's very, very dead. It's very empty too, and it is actually quite quiet as well. So maybe if you're looking for something a little bit more bustling, you may want to check out some of the bigger resorts just up the coast. But it's lovely to pop down here, even if it is for the day, even if you do want to check out one of the restaurants. So heading into the direction of the car park and the bus stop, I've mentioned it in my previous videos, the Maison El Quixote is going to be one of the most local restaurants, the most inexpensive restaurants you're going to find over here in Camp de Mar as well, so it may be worth giving this a try. Just looking at the menu here for summer 2024, you can get main courses here from around €12.50, a little bit less for a pasta dish for €10.50, but check out the ironic stickers here, left over from a few years ago. And as we come out of Camp Tamar here, look, we can see various free parkings to my right hand side, various free car parks. We can also see way off in the distance the airport bus too. Now, as I said, it's the A11 which takes you back to the airport. And just beyond the bus stop too, we come out onto the free municipal parking, which is actually quite huge. Fills up quite quickly during July and August, but there's plenty of room down here for cars if you are driving. So of note as well, and just to mention that Andratx, well, this whole area, and particularly around here in Camp Tamar, is a very famous golfing area in Mallorca too. You can see I'm right on the edge of a golf course here. It's huge and sweeping. So if you are a fan of booking a golf holiday, then Camp Tamar may well be the place for you. Okay, so that's just a very quick look at Camp Tamar today. Now, the stormy seas that we saw today, it's not normal. Normally it's very, very calm. The beaches are very, very calm, but when we do get weather fronts moving through, as we often do during the autumn and, well, indeed at any time of the year, well, the sea can get a little bit choppy down here, as it can just about everywhere else on the island. Okay, everyone, I hope this video proved useful. To find out more about this lovely area as well, check out these links appearing on YouTube just here and here. Don't forget to consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, and you can find me on the Facebook group and my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.